your stately steel. Okay, so an absolute #1 top customer pick favorite.
Time and time again.
My personal favorites. As you know, you always see me wearing these. They're just back in stock. In fact, to give you an idea how popular our inside-outside hoop earrings have been, we have sold over 16,000 of these earrings. And the great news is, and I'm going to take you through your choices because you can see there's quite a few of them, but we're going to really simplify it. So we have it available according to what the diameter is. So we have the smallest being that of 3/4 of an inch. I'm wearing the largest, which is going to be your 2 inches. And then in between, we'll have the 1 inch, and then we have the 1.5 inch. Now, on top of that, here's what you're going to do as far as choosing color: all gold, the rose, the gunmetal, or the white, which is the silver tone. So that's simple. And to walk you through these fabulous, they're back in stock, amazing values, anywhere from $12.95. That makes it kind of fun, doesn't it? Even the 2 inch, which I'm wearing, are under $20, and they look exactly like inside-outside diamond earrings. They really do. And going back to what we mentioned earlier, if this is where you're starting, it's the first purchase that I made, because I'll never forget the guest at the time when we introduced stainless steel here to HSN. He said, "Lynn," and I was saying, "I can't wear the earrings. I have a really hard time with costume and certain metals." He said, "I want you to try stately steel. I want you to try stainless because of the fact that it's virtually hypoallergenic." Never had a day's problem, so it's like, yay! Many cases, even more affordable than costume jewelry, and yet it can be 100% worry-free. And a nice way to build an entire hoop wardrobe. You know, there's definitely, I would say, a time and place for every single one of these individual sizes that we offer. And color, for that matter. And nice to incorporate that black, you know, that hematite tone, which is so strong.
It's a little edgier, but to me, that's one of my favorites.
So what is our beautiful, see, classic. Now, doesn't Sue look like she's wearing the 3/4 inch? She looks like she has at least, I'm gonna say, a good 3/4 of a carat of diamonds
easily.
in each one.
Yes, that sparkle every time she turns her head. I'm like, come on. That's so eye-catching. It's so beautiful. And that is a good size. So let's say you're living in the corporate world or you have to dress a little bit more conservative. This is a great size. It's not gonna be a distraction. It's not gonna be overwhelming. And it could be really your go-to everyday wear hoop. So to me, this is one of my favorites.
And they're really, I mean, beautifully made, which I'm going to talk about. I'm going to show you and showcase the actual camel back on here.
Yes, how secure that back is. That's what we hear from the customers, and even myself. I'm constantly, I don't know about you, but if I go out at night, I'm like, take my earrings off immediately. I want my earrings off. But with these, I'm like, no, I don't even feel like I'm wearing them.
They're lightweight.
They're
in the
lightweight.
2 inch.
Have you? I'm telling you, you don't even feel like you're wearing them, and you're never gonna lose them because the back is so secure.
And on the bottom of the screen, here's the best part. There's 3 flex pays, Brittany, on every one of the lengths that we're offering, even the 3/4 inch. It's under, what, $4 and change?
This is really, you cannot even get a coffee nowadays for this. This is just crazy. You guys get up on your Christmas shopping, your holiday shopping, because I'm telling you right now, I do not know one person that has been disappointed with the stately steel hoops. So whether you like the 2 inch or whether you like a smaller hoop, you're not gonna go wrong with these. And to gift these for someone, I mean, what a great gift. Where you go, we do, in my family, we do kind of like, we pick out of a hat and we say, okay, this person, we're gonna spend this amount on each other, and you're gonna buy for this person, you're gonna buy for this person. If I came and said, I spent $5 on the, people would be like, yeah, okay, I'm sure, right, $15, $20. You would never think by opening this, but that's what we do at Stately Steel. We bring you that quality.
I'll tell you, going back to, you were just mentioning different gift ideas, like maybe you do with the white elephant, or maybe the biggest price that you're going to spend is no more nowadays. It's either $20, $25,
That's what I'm saying. What would you buy for that?
Let's say even $25. I mean, you could get the 2 inch in these. They look like gorgeous diamond inside out hoop earrings. Can you imagine a lucky person who gets to pick those?
That's what I'm saying.
Oh my gracious.
And they're going to think you spent a fortune on these. Nowadays, you can't even get a good gift card for under $25. I mean, but this looks like you thought about it. Every woman loves on a holiday to open up jewelry. jewelry. I don't think anyone's ever been disappointed and said,
or any day for that matter.
Yeah, that's
right?
what I'm saying. Any holiday, any day, yeah, take the jewelry back. No, we always love opening up our jewelry. So with this, you cannot go wrong. You will never disappoint with these.
And Victoria, I think you're wearing the 1 inch, or no, the 1.5 inch.
Yeah,
yes,
those are a little bit
the
bigger.
1.5 inch.
Yeah.
I have the 2 inch, and then there's the 1 inch and the 3/4. So we'll take you through right across the board, Rose. And Rose, since we introduced it in Stately Steel, has been so incredibly popular. If you would like the 3/4 inch in the rose, right here, that rose gold look, it's final call. They're on their way to selling out. And everyone has that catch and joint closure.
Right, so it's nice and secure.
Yeah.
You don't have to lose the back of the earring.
Right.
You do not have to worry about this with this. There's no back to it. It's just one simple piece.
And look at that hematite tone. See how
Isn't
that
that cool?
pops the stone so beautifully? Here it is in the silver tone, which I'm wearing, which will work back. Again, you could sleep in those if you want. That's the beauty of our Stately Steel. There they are in the yellow. So that's your 3/4 inch. And then in terms of what is the difference in size, so this would be the 1 inch, okay, in each of the colors. Then I wanna show you in terms of what the 1.5 inch would look like.
I think it's these ones, yeah.
All right, let me take that. Let me take the rose next to it, right? So there it is in the 1.5 inch. Okay, so you can see, I know it's a little confusing because we have so many of these choices, but they're all equally as popular. And then lastly, here it is in your 2 inch.
Which I say, it's 2018, go for it. The bigger the hoop, the better. And hoops are classic, they're timeless, they're not going out of style. They're gonna go with any occasion. We talk about this all the time and we joke around about this. We keep a pair in our purse. Yeah. We keep a pair in the console of our car because no matter what neckline I'm wearing, no matter what outfit I'm wearing, it's gonna go.
Right.
I have a strapless sundress. I'm like, I leave the house, oh no, I forgot my jewelry. Well, how do I dress myself up? I feel naked. My earrings. It's the #1 piece that I always go to like add life to my outfit.
We've talked about this before, and I don't even care if I'm wearing a necklace or a bracelet. If I don't have a pair of hoop earrings in, I'm naked.
I'm the exact same way. I could literally, I'm telling you, if people are like, oh, you're not gonna wear any jewelry today, I'm like, well, just my earrings. That's about the only thing, because to me, I don't know what it is about my earrings, but it's the hoop that I'll go for. If I have studs, sometimes I feel like I need a necklace or a bracelet just to add something.
A little bit more,
But with my hoops, that's it. Hair up, hair down, off the shoulder, turtleneck, whatever I'm wearing,
Always
my
works.
hoops are my go-to.
And it doesn't matter what color, what style, if it's dressy, if it's casual,
And
you're
not with
going to the
these.
gym, it's a bathing suit. I always say, I just went on vacation a couple weeks ago, and this is exactly right here in the white. And I mix it up all the time. I'm a rose girl. Thank you, Joan Boyce. I love you. Made me a rose gold. White and yellow. I like to mix them all.
Too,
and I love the black. The black, that gunmetal. It's
edgy,
just like you said, it's a little edgy going out in the evening. But this is what I brought. My 2 inch. These earrings, I thought, you know what? These are perfect. I'm not going to bring a ton of different
You don't have to.
jewelry.
No.
This is it. So I wore these on the plane. I wore these to the beach. I wore these out to dinner. I wore these to the casino. I wore these every single day, and they worked. And I was still lost. Like, if I didn't, as I was getting ready to go to the beach or to the pool, I'm like, oh, we gotta get my earrings.
My 2 inch earrings, right?
But how many designs can you say are gonna work, you know, that
For
well
everything,
with all those different styles you're wearing,
we can't say that often, and that's why our customer picks time and time again. They tell us, okay, they look gorgeous on television, but when I get these home, these are stunning. I did not believe how much these look like real diamonds. So to the naked eye, no one's gonna know the price point that you spend. You could keep this little secret between you and I, because you are gonna be so happy when you get these home.
And there's a great close-up, and these are all individually inset into the metal, which is nice. So they're not gonna catch in your hair, they're not gonna catch on your clothing. Rose in the 3/4 inch just sold out. Rose is gonna be the first to sell out in every one of the lengths. Keep in mind, we do have 3 monthly flex payments, and we are quite busy. So congratulations, they're back in stock. #1 most popular Stately Steel earrings. Over 16,000 today, and just now, close to 1,000 today already, and for good reason. So
and
089.
This is what happens. Every time we bring them in, they fly off the shelves like hotcakes, because people know, again, I'm not gonna be disappointed if I get this as a gift for someone. There's so much versatility in these pieces and in these earrings. So
well, for sure.
Smart shoppers, ladies.
Jot the item number down, 089140. We'll keep you updated, but Rose is getting very, very